Welcome back. This is the episode of, first of all, I'm Shalisha.
I'm Zahima. Hey.
Welcome back to Dreams with Mommyhood. And this is the episode about social media. I know, social media is crazy.
Okay, so we want to talk about today what social media means to us and you all. The presence of it, your children, your significant others, and just to really get into it. I think social media used to be a huge part of my life until I learned to be more private with things. I learned that you can share certain things on your platform without sharing all of your life on your platform.
Absolutely.
I also learned with getting older and having a job in the corporate world, certain things that I used to do, I can no longer do anymore. So even sharing memes, or sometimes I have a potty mouth, just learning how to have a certain presence on social media and cleaning it up a little. It was a big thing for me.
I totally agree because I try not to put anything out there that I would be embarrassed about.
Yes.
Because the thing with social media is, once you put it up there, you could delete it 10 seconds later.
Yeah.
But it's still somewhere out there in the world.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, my children are 8, but because of their modeling and just because of iPads and just life, they're on social media.
Yeah.
So sometimes, they'll say to me, "Oh, mommy, you was such and such." I'm like, "How did you see that?" And it's just like, "Oh, no, because somebody was on Instagram and they saw your page and we Googled you and this, that, and the third." Or with their dad, they'll be like, "Oh, mommy, I saw daddy's new video and he was with a girl. Or he was cursing." And I'm just like, "How'd you see that?" And it's just, they're privy to these things now. So I am I try to be mindful. I do use my close friends a lot because I try to be mindful of just, what I'm putting out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. What do you think about children? Like, your kids having social media. So for you, it's easier because of the modeling. So they have to have their presence on social media. But do you believe in your children being on social media, posting them a lot? What are your beliefs on that?
So I actually hate that they're personally on social media because I run their account.
Right.
But the world that we live in, you kind of can't control what anybody's doing, even an 8-year-old. So it's just like, if they're going to do it anyway, I just want to be able to monitor it. So no, they don't have a TikTok but sometimes they'll sign on my iPad.
Right.
So I just try to monitor when they're using the platforms. And as far as posting them, personally, I love posting my kids.
Yeah.
They are the stars of my show. So I post them all the time.
Right.
And I know that people have their things were there's sick people out in the world, or, I don't want people to see blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, just the same way I'm mindful with what I post, I'm mindful with how I post them.
Right.
I wouldn't post them in underwear, or even if we're at the pool or something like that. Then I won't post them in a bikini or doing certain things, because even if it's innocent, we don't know how pervs are taking that.
Absolutely.
So, but I love to post them.
I like posting my kids as well, but I think I have cut it down just because I have no real reason. Zion doesn't really he likes the camera, but he's 8 now, so I believe in giving your kids a voice as well. So he doesn't really care about it. I'll take 1,000 pictures of my youngest son, Zakai. He wants to say cheese, and he's just on that level. Zion's on a more cooler level where he doesn't. But I do think, again, I've grown to where I see the downfalls of social media. Mm-hmm. So I try to limit their time. They don't have social media. I think it's sick when people post their children and then they're pretending, and they're like, he says thank you, but they're 2 months old. They're not even talking. Guys, please stop doing that. Just my opinion. But for the most part, yeah, just a happy birthday or something. Try to let them live life really in reality, in real time, and even myself now, rather than just everything has to be on social media. Oh, this fit gotta be like this. It's just crazy because I see the kids now and their outfits cost more than mine.
Yeah.
They have on, what is the name brand? Amiri, what is it? Amiri. All this stuff that I cannot afford to keep up with. It's you got the kids in this, And social media is a drug, so you're going to have to continue to keep up with that because you're in competition with thousands of other kids and their parents. So,
and that's what somebody said before. They were like, back in the days, it wasn't as intense because your competition were the people right there around you. But now, like you just said, now you're competing with 1,000 children. Like you're like prom dresses and stuff.
It's crazy.
Now you're having a prom wall with somebody from Minnesota who you have never had access to without social media.
But mind you, it's sad because when we were in prom, we weren't even looking like these little girls. The makeup, the hair, it's like all of this for social media. It's crazy.
All right, so now on to the next segment.
Yes.
Of how social media directly affects
like how we're perceived.
How you're perceived on social media. How do you what's your take on
showing up in the world? Basically, I think my take is I took some pictures last night. We had a party in the house. I have always been like a slim, thick girl, and I had gained some weight after my second child. Well, right after I had him, I was back. Stomach is back, everything. Within a 2-year span, I have gained some weight, and now I have a little bit of pudge on my stomach. I'm not insecure about it, but I don't like it. I'm not taking full steps to work on it, so that's me taking account for that. But sometimes, like yesterday, we were telling our videographer, "Yo, Eric, I want that Cash Doll look, because I seen Cash Doll. I'm a Pisces. Pisces, she look beautiful. We had the same colors on, similar, and I was like, yes, just sculpt me out." When he sent the pictures, I looked so beautiful, which I imagined, but I'm like, nah, I'm not scoping anything out. I made 2 children out of love from this body. I'm going to keep it how it is, which brings me to social media and how much of a perception it has an impact on our minds where it builds insecurities. It's a good tutelage for things that we're trying to do, like this podcast, and really having a voice for other moms and women in general. But it can be a dark side to it when you always feel like you have to have photographs from a photographer. Like when we first started social media, I remember when you was Hot Wings, I was Hot Pocket. People, if you know, you know, right? We could. And it wasn't Hot Pocket in a sexual way. It was literally we were food. Like, this is what we did. Silly stuff. But it was so simple. I miss Instagram when it was just simple. You get your likes, you make your comments. People genuinely are showing love. They're not just watching you on social media and can tell you in your face, yo, I seen such and such, but never commented. They literally was showing you love. Now it's like they're not showing love. They scroll past your stuff. They're competing with you, and then you can't even take a regular picture with imperfections without someone literally picking you apart.
And I mean, not even just pictures, even videos. Like, that's why I changed the blanket. Because I was just like, oh, Zah's mink blanket makes me look 600 pounds.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Or my nails aren't done. Because I bit them off last night. We had a wild party. And I'm just like, these are things that instead of somebody saying, oh, wow, your vocabulary is amazing, or I loved your lip gloss, or you had such valid points, they're like, oh, how come you didn't do your nails for the podcast? And I'm just like, yo.
You have twins.
Like, I have twins. I have a life. Shout out to my cousin. I'm doing the medium 75. I'm in the gym every day. I'm like, to be honest, like my nails being done and stuff, sometimes it's for me, but sometimes it's for y'all.
Right.
And I don't care about y'all. If we're being completely honest, but even when you don't care, it's still it becomes an insecurity now. Because it's like, okay, if I do this, if I'm not sitting up straight, if I'm doing this, change the blanket. Like we literally pause to change a blanket. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, those things come straight from social media. Like if I'm just sitting in with my peers, we don't sit with each other like, Zah, you ain't gonna brush your hair. Like, girl.
That brings me to a point of, I had like an introspective moment where when I used to view people, and this was a while ago, but it started seeping into my brain, I would see them and scan them and find an imperfection. Mm-hmm. And as positive of a person as I was and I am, sometimes I fall short too. I had to retrain my mind a couple years back and say, damn, what's up? Like, why are you giving off such a negative connotation to things? Because once you start with negativity, it was like, oh, she need her hair done. Oh, her wig is not good. Oh, look at her shoes. Oh, look at this. And it's like, well, damn, you don't like anybody speaking of you that way. Why are you doing it to others? So with that being said, in changing that, besides the love we have for one another, we're not thinking about that because we're not those kind of people.
And it's also like most of the time when I'm outside, I'm so busy having fun. That's not what I'm thinking about. Whose shirt is this and who's that? And I'm like, even with most people that do stuff like that, I feel like social media is forcing you to do this. Because if everybody else wasn't saying it, most of the time you probably wouldn't be saying it.
And so many people put like, and I was this way at one point too. So many people put so much positivity out, which is beautiful. But when you fall short, if I can hear the bad, I can hear the good too, and vice versa. So sometimes I made a video. I was crying. I always made fun of people crying on the internet, but I genuinely was excited about that moment, and I wanted to share that with people who genuinely love me for singing, for just being myself. So I feel like people have to be more real with themselves on and offline too. You know, to get you to a place where it's just like, all right, let's just bring it back to the naturalness. Social media just has a presence, and I think I'm exhausted with it. So I try to not stay off, but just really focus on our real life rather than social media.
And what's hard though is, as bad as social media is, it has got me through some of my darkest days.
Absolutely.
Because some of those memes, or just seeing your kids grow up, or just, I don't see my friends every day, my family every day. So you do see them, and you see their accomplishments and just everything that they got going on. So when I'm off of social media and I'm not feeling my greatest, I'm just like, let me just go and just, see what got going on. So
it's validation.
Validation is, we gotta talk about
that. Oh my God, it's validation.
But, because I feel like just being real, transparent, like social media, I'm that girl sometimes where I'm just like, tearing somebody down on social media makes me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm just like, I might not say it out loud. Maybe, I won't comment it. Maybe I'll say it in a group chat, or maybe I'll say it to a friend. But I'm just like,
in your group chat.
I don't care. And it's always over a man. No, I'm just, all right, let me not even go there. But,
don't be that girl.
Won't be that girl. Not on this episode. But no, seriously, like I've had moments of just doing that. And then I'm just like, when you think back to it, it's like, what? Me talking about her shirt not fitting, what did that do for me? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, those things really did stem from social media. Did I have moments of being a mean girl before social media? Probably, but it wasn't this intense.
It wasn't heightened.
And then back to validation. I feel like the things that people are willing to do for validation. Like, you got people selling their souls just to appear to be a certain way on social media, because that's not even really, what they got going on.
Scamming, spending their lives.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, we've all done it. It's not wrong with anything, but I'm just saying, if you're doing it for you, that's one thing. But if you're doing it just for social media, that's another.
Absolutely.
Anybody who knows me and knows my kids, they'll get dressed. But at the same time, I let them wear whatever they want.
Yes.
They come outside, and my girl KC, she will have on some cowboy boots and some shorts and some this and some that, and I'm just like, even with them seeing things on social media, I'm like, no, you got to still be you.
Yes.
Now, they like nice stuff. They love fly things. But it's like, that's just genuinely who they are.
Yes.
It's not because I saw this on social media, so now I have to do it. Because I'm like, that's something that I do not want them.
And you being a follower. Like, yes, we all are in the light. Because I'll look at a Skims thing or just something I like, and it'll be like, oh my God, I love it. But not too much of that. Yeah. I'm with that. Now, let's talk about relationships and what social media means to it. If you are with someone, do you feel like you need to be posted? You need to be on their page?
No, I'm not posting him even if he missing. I'm just not.
I don't know.
I feel like I'll find him. I don't need nobody going to find him. I will find him myself. The same way I will go through his followers and his likes and find out the girl he's dating. I will find him if he's missing, and if he's missing, it's probably because I put him somewhere, so I know where to go get him from. I don't need. No, but on a serious note, I'm like, I feel like the minute you post somebody, something, anything, people just tear it apart. Like,
Yes.
you could be so happy with this person. Now his girlfriend from 1992 is,
It's
you
like,
know,
oh my God,
like,
girls, like, I used to talk to him.
yeah. Or it's just
You
like,
used to, girl. Not
well, now
anymore.
they see what he's doing for you because you've exposed it all. And now it's like,
Yo.
oh, I want a piece of that. You know what I'm saying?
So I learned from my last relationship with my children's father. We had a lot of good times, we had a lot of bad times. But I think with social media, we both were addicted in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed just posting, and we were in love, genuinely happy. That's my dog, love him, right? But he used to say it like, we gotta protect that. Because a lot of people would see and be like, oh my God, I love this. And I'm great with words. I'm a singer, I'm an artist. So I'm gonna speak about whoever I love in a certain way, in a beautiful light. But I think people could take that and run with it, and then it would be like, oh, you Zai's husband, or we see you here, or we know you, and we this. And at this point, even if we got back together or whatever, I probably learned from that where I wouldn't post him as much. You'll know, it's not a secret. But I just think that people don't need to know yet every moves with your significant other. Now, there's a difference between being private and just being secretive.
Absolutely.
But then I feel like I know some people. I have a girlfriend. She got married, African queen, gorgeous wedding. I said, oh my God, can I post you? I met her in DR when Reg and I was out there. We went away together. It was dope. She said, yes, but don't tag him. And if you're going to post me, don't tag me. You can just post it. I'll see it. And I was like, wow, what's the secret? But she said, no, babes, I'm just private.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
Yeah.
And I aspire to get to that level of privacy where I'm married. Like, but I like to see the girls when they marry. You don't even know. It's just like, I've been married 12
because
years.
You know what it is too? I also feel like how much of, like, there was this thing that went viral, and this man, his wife came home, he took the kids, he started doing this, he started doing that. Like, he just took care of all the household duties and told his wife, like, just go relax.
Right.
So I sent it to the twins' father. I'm like, look at this. He was like, girl, he could have just beat her up. You don't know what their life is like.
And praising.
And we're just praising something, and that's the reality that people post their significant others and stuff, and sometimes it's literally just content, because that's what the world has become. Content. And I mean, we've all been there. Like, it's been time where I'm out to dinner starving, and I'm like, wait, gotta record this first. You know what I'm saying? Or the kids are like doing something, and I'm like, wait, give me a second, I'm recording this. So I'm just like, who's saying anything is different with a relationship? So now we see these relationship goals, and the whole time it's like they're miserable, they hate each other, or like those same couples that post each other nonstop. And then now they also on TikTok Live arguing because they broke up 2 weeks later. But the whole time they was just making content. Like, their relationship wasn't nothing spectacular. It was literally just content.
But I think I learned with social media and with just relationships and friendships, period, not to idolize, because I do believe in God. So, there's no ideology with him. You only serve and praise him, right? But also because I feel like a heavy part of my life at this point is, like you said, that's not really real. For me, everyone has their own definition of what an amazing relationship should be like, of who you should take back, who you should be with, who you should not, right? Everyone has this opinion. So for me, I'm just focused on real life and really cultivating what I want to be and who I want to be. And that's as a mom, that's as a future wife, as a best friend, just how I want to show up in the world. You know what I mean? That's on me. How everyone else perceives it, that's on them.
And you know what's funny about perception? So I was talking to somebody today, and they said that they love the fire that I have, but I just have to be able to control it. And
insert a clip of her last night, E. We gonna, cause everyone thinks that Shalisha's just so chill. Y'all gonna see the fire that they talking about. She was the line leader last night at the charcuterie board party, and she lit everybody on fire. And everybody was so sick of her.
I apologize for anybody I offended, but she kept asking me, tell him take a picture with me. Tell him get online. Because she wanted the night off. So I was giving her the night off. And when I was speaking to them kindly, they weren't hearing me. But then when I started saying, "Okay, friends, let's line up," they were getting
into
it.
that clip, because that was not what she said. And I mean, don't beep anything out, but I feel you.
Oh, no profanity. Because that wasn't me.
You were in another.
We had to say last night, so.
I forgot about to say.
Yeah. Somebody brought it.
That's why you was.
I don't know who it was. Somebody brought it, and they had the party rocking.
Oh my god.
But when he said this, he said he loves my fire. I just have to learn to control it. And I'm like, that is something that I'm doing on social media now.
Okay, that's
just
great.
Because
any tips on, like, for our reviewers, how you are going to deal with controlling it?
So, see that pause? That's something that I'm doing. Before I'm speaking, before I'm responding, I'm learning to take a beat. Because sometimes, literally, a difference of 10 seconds would make your tone different, make your attitude, your approach different towards something. And I'm so rushy to do everything that sometimes I'm like, that probably was a little harsh.
Right.
But maybe I didn't need to say that. I could have kept that portion to myself. Something else is just the sandwich method. You say something positive, then you can say something negative. There's something negative to say, and then you rebuttal again with something positive.
Right.
And because
that's good for
if anything is happening in my world, big, little, small, your first response shouldn't be something negative.
Absolutely.
Like, give me a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
And I'm just like, so many people now, you don't hear nothing else that they're even saying because their initial, was something negative. And it's just like, damn, give me a moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that I've been doing where I take a beat and I do the sandwich method and I give myself extra time to do everything so I'm not rushing. Because that's when once I slow down, I'm like, it's been helpful. I mean, I'm one day in. So...
one day strong.
And you know what else I did today? Like last night, I offended someone because I was yelling and I didn't realize that I offended them. And the old me, I'm just being completely honest, I would have just been like, that's on you. Like, I didn't mean it. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
So I sent her a nice text and I said, thank you for being a part of my growth. And I do apologize that if I offended you. And I'm like, I also have to realize that everybody doesn't speak my language of sarcasm.
Yes.
Because a lot of times I'm really just playing. But if you don't know that, that's unfair for me to assume that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that felt really good. We had a really nice conversation afterwards.
I love that.
And yeah, and it wasn't even hard. It's just something that's new for me.
Yes.
So I'm like, I have to continue to do that with grown-ups as well as my kids. Like, I am a mother who apologizes to my kids. Like, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I didn't see this, or, but I'm learning to do these same things with them, and hopefully it's helpful with motherhood.
Perfect. So, I don't have anything more to say per se, but I did have a scenario that I wanted to talk about. Someone asked me to speak on this. So basically, and I wanted to ask you and the viewers as the mommy question of the day, how you all felt about it. So a girl has a friend. They're friends. She deems as not being insecure. She seems very confident on and off camera. And the girl said basically every time she posted something on social media, she uses an app. So she uses an app to sculpt her body in some sort of way. There's always some sort of filter, but she presents as confident. Now, for me, confidence is tricky because maybe she's still confident even with these things. However, the question is, what would you do in this scenario? Would you, basically, I'm sorry, let's wheel it back. The girl said that she's a little uncomfortable. It's making her uncomfortable because she knows her in real life, and that is not who she presents on social media. So for the viewers and for you, Leash, how do you feel? What should she tell her? Basically, she wants to know if she should tell her that it's making her uncomfortable. And she wants to know if she should tell her if it's making her uncomfortable. And she should basically have a conversation, for lack of better words, and to summarize it, about her not looking the same on and off camera. Like, it's bothering her.
Yeah, that I feel two ways about that. Number one, what somebody else does necessarily does not affect me, because I'm just like, that's you. Because you're gonna see these same people in real life, and they're gonna realize that is Facetune, sweetheart.
Yes. Oh my God, is that the app, Facetune?
Yeah, it's like Facetune, like.
Oh, those are the apps.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's just like, especially that one where it's just, it's not even important right now. But that wouldn't necessarily make me uncomfortable, because I'm like, that's a you thing. You know what I'm saying? But as far as if she should tell her.
This is for you, girl. She literally asked this morning.
If you have the type of relationship where you can give this constructive criticism and it won't affect the relationship, I feel like go for it. I feel like this will, determine how y'all start to see each other and it ruins the friendship, like that's her going outside like a catfish. Because the reality is, and this is the craziness with social media, that people forget, I'm gonna see you in real life. Like, I'm gonna run into you. Just like
in
that.
Real life, in real time.
Yeah,
Real.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to be mindful of things you do and say on social media, because you're going to run into people. Like, and I'm never going to forget. I don't know about the rest of the world. I don't forget stuff from 1984.
I forget what I wore last night. So.
Well, I may forget that, but I won't forget what somebody did or said to me on social media. But no, in all seriousness, back to that, it's just like, she's going to see these people. So if it's easier to not say anything and just allow her to continue to do it, if it's bringing her joy, I say let her rock. But if she can't take the constructive criticism, if she can take it, then you should probably tell her, because that's kind of embarrassing. I
think at this point in my life, for me, I am so in tune with me, and I'm so focused on my energy within my space and my setting with my people.
Yeah.
That even when it's one of my people, this is for you, some things I just don't, you can't sweat the small stuff. Like, I'm not telling her about that. She know damn well that's not how she looks. She know who she is. She know what she wake up to. She doesn't like it and she wants to alter it, and that's okay. That's who she is right now. Sometimes you gotta let people be, and what I'm learning is you have to let people go through whatever challenges they're going through on their own. It's not up to you to dictate or tell her what is right or wrong, and it should not make you feel uncomfortable with someone else is doing unless it's affecting you. Mm-hmm. That's the only time I start to say things, when it starts to affect me inward. It doesn't directly affect you. I wouldn't say anything. And I waited to answer, so we got on the podcast. I wouldn't say anything. I would let it fly. Now, as a friend, if other people are speaking on it, then that's when you check them.
Yes.
You got to check them if that's your friend.
Or if once other people start to discuss it, if she's a friend of yours, I would be like, well, okay, well, this is what people...
It's altering. Like, it's like no booty, literally giving herself butt, giving herself abs, like a pouch. So it's very noticeable, but I feel like people know that. I know people that do that. What am I supposed to do?
No, I was about to say that too. Like, she's not the only person using those apps.
I know one person that uses filters all day, to the point where I probably forgot how she really looks until I see her, because it's always like...
But that's what happens with social media. Social media makes you feel like, if I don't look like this, I won't get these likes. If I don't dress like that, I won't get this attention. If I just, if I wear this, then nobody's going to look at me, because everybody on social media has become robots where everybody has the same aesthetic. So they're using these apps and stuff to fit into that aesthetic.
The same aesthetics. Yeah. The same makeup. Everybody wants to just look like this particular person. Which brings me to my next point of just, last thing I'd like to say, be yourself. God made us all in his image. Be yourself. Be who you are. Whatever you want to do. You want to alter your body, you do that. But do it for you. You know what I mean? And just make sure to be yourself. Be your truest self. We are all going through things in life. We are all battling emotions and, mental things. But be yourself. Like, show up as you. It's only one you in the world. Show up as who you are.
I agree. And my closing thought, I guess, would be, that I also realized that people are not only changing their aesthetics on social media, but they're changing their personality as well. So now you are diagnosing yourself with things that other people have. You changing your mental to fit in this mold that you think other people may have, and it's just like, no.
We'll have to continue this on the next one, but that is such a great statement, and it rings so true with the, like, trying to associate yourself with things, but also just, that's why I said show up as yourself.
Yeah, no, that's what I was just saying. Yeah,
deadheads, but on the social media, it's like I'm really all the time. Sometimes my intrusive thoughts gets the best of me. This is why her and I are such a balance, because she can be and match my energy, but she's also the calm to my storm. And I'm saying that to say, sometimes y'all think that like this. It's not all it's cracked up to be. Yes, I have a big, lovely personality. I love it. But sometimes I exhaust myself. And I can't help it because this is literally who I am.
Yeah.
I always like to do big, grand things. It's just me, but it's like sometimes I want to calm down. But who I am on social media and who I am in real life is literally the same.
Same person.
Yourself as well. So I'm just saying, show up as you, love yourself, be yourself. Thank you guys for tuning in. We loved having us.
Yeah, we are so tired though.
So tired. We had a crazy night, beautiful time. It was a good time. But we need some rest.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, get the peace sign. Cause we out.
Thank y'all.